My name is Adam Leonard.
My name's Elliott Leonard.
And today we are giving our final review of the game we've been most excited for in the entire year. This is the game that we have been waiting for. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. The second game in the Final Fantasy VII Remake trilogy. There's going to be another one after this. We just completed the game yesterday. How do we feel about Final Fantasy Rebirth? Where it came from, where it is now, and where it's going? We're going to let you know in this Megadad's review.
Nice work.
We kind of got to explain a little bit about what this game is. This is kind of the definition of not a standalone video game. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. You really need to know what's going on with the Final Fantasy VII story. It's not only a sequel, it's a remake, and it's very heavy with its lore and its characters and its story.
Yeah.
And the more you know about Final Fantasy VII, the more you're going to get out of this game. Now, I'm an old fart, so I've played all the old Final Fantasy VII games, going all the way back to the PlayStation 1. I've seen the Final Fantasy VII movie. There's been Final Fantasy VII offshoot games, so I kind of know what's going on with this game. But for you, a rookie, a newbie, how do you feel the storyline in this game presents itself? Was it hard to understand? Do you like the characters? Do you like the worlds? Do you know what's going on?
So the storyline in this game is a little confusing for people that haven't played like Final Fantasy VII just itself in a remake. But it's a really cool story, and once you get toward the end, you're like, this is a really good game. And towards the end, you get a lot of boss fights just non-stop.
Well, it's a huge game. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth picks up directly after Remake. Our heroes have just left the city of Midgar, and they're hot on the heels of the evil Sephiroth. This guy, right here, he's a very mysterious figure who's got very evil plans for the world, for domination,
And his big sword.
and he's got severe mommy issues. His mom is a dissected alien from space, and he's convinced that he is the ruler of the planet, and the only way to properly rule the planet is to destroy everyone in it.
He's using the Force, and he has a giant sword. Because he's Sephiroth. Look, it's as big as his head. It's bigger than his head. Okay.
Now, the main hero that's chasing Sephiroth is this guy right here, Cloud,
Cloud Strikefold.
who also has severe issues. Sephiroth used to be his hero, and now he realizes that Sephiroth is a bad guy and he needs to be taken down. So Cloud and his friends are trying to track down Sephiroth. Please don't deep throat the Buster Sword. So Cloud and his friends are trying to track down Sephiroth all across the world, and that's the key here. The first game, Final Fantasy Remake, it took place completely in the city of Midgar. This one takes place
The whole world.
across the entire world. It's kind of amazing. The old original Final Fantasy game on the PlayStation 1, like any great Final Fantasy RPG, has an entire world to explore. And the remake project has taken everything from Final Fantasy and made it that much bigger. So my big question was, how are they going to take the world map? They can't possibly do the world map because it's just going to be too much. They did the entire world map.
There's so much to do.
There is so much to do, and it took us about 80 hours to finish this game, but we only did about half of the side content.
Yeah, so there's probably like 150 hours.
Insane. Let's talk about some of the side content. Let's talk about some of the things you can do when you're not hunting down Sephiroth, because, you know, you can't spend all your time saving the world. Sometimes you want to play cards. Queen's Blood. Queen's Blood is an excellent card game built into Final Fantasy VII
It's
Rebirth.
so fun. That, like, that's like the next thing beyond story is like stories first and Queen's Blood next.
Queen's Blood is second. You get to collect decks of cards, you get to customize your deck, and you get to play all sorts of people throughout the world as you find them. You can get in tournaments, earn special weapons and materia and stuff like that the better you get. And there's a storyline. There's a storyline to the card game.
Yeah.
Which is weird. Other things that you can do in this game, you can do all sorts of mercenary side quests. People will hire you to find people or to beat certain monsters. You can do chocobo racing. Breeding chocobos is not in this game, but you do get to customize and wrangle your chocobos.
Yes, so let's say you're in the desert area and you go and there's like this chocobo. You get to, like, each place has like its own course to get the chocobo. It's really cool.
Each region of the world has its own chocobo, and each chocobo has its own special skill set. So you get chocobo that can climb mountains, you get chocobo that can fly, chocobo that have like jet skis in their butts somehow. I'm not really sure what the...
you get to like fly.
by shooting water out of your butt.
Yeah, it actually comes out of your butt.
It's really the diarrhea chocobo. Now, another excellent part of this game is the combat system. Final Fantasy Remake already had a really cool and fun active combat system where you get to switch back and forth during combat which character you want to play as, and they each have their own skill sets and spells and stuff like that. But this game doubles down. It makes it even better with the synergy attacks, right?
Synergy, oh my god, it's so good. So let's say you're playing with Cloud, Tifa, and Barrett, because you can only have 3 characters, obviously. And you go and you're like, oh, I can do a synergy attack. So you do Cloud and Barrett, and he'll like charge up his big weapon, and they'll both do a really strong attack together, and it's so cool.
It's like a combo tag team kind of thing. And as you level up your skill tree, you get to kind of chase down which synergy attacks you want to learn first. So maybe your favorite characters are Yuffie and Red 13. Well, they have the synergy attack. Everybody has synergy attacks together. They don't spend any magic points.
No, they don't.
But they're kind of like limited use. The game will kind of hand them to you every once in a while in a battle, and they're really cool looking and a lot of fun. The game allows you to pick 3 main combat characters. 3 characters that you can control throughout the course of your battles, and this is standard for Final Fantasy games. However, in Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, the characters who are outside of your combat party,
they still attack.
They're still with you. You see them on the combat field, kind of in the periphery, and if Barrett's outside your party, you'll see him off in the distance, still shooting at characters. They're all active participants in combat, even though you're not controlling them. So it really gives this cool sense that this whole team is working together. No matter who you selected, they're all there, and it really does a great job of making you feel bonded with all of the characters in this game. Now let's talk about our favorite characters. There's a wide cast of characters. Final Fantasy VII gives you the chance to play with most of them. You do get a couple of characters towards the end of this game that join your party, but they're not, you can't control them.
Kind of like Red 13 and last game in the
I was very surprised at how much I loved Yuffie. I think Yuffie was probably my favorite character in this game.
Yes.
Which was very surprising to me because in the original game on the PlayStation 1, you could play through the whole game without ever getting Yuffie. She was an optional character. So they put so much into Yuffie. She's so fun and funny and quick. Great combat character. Great combat character.
And also for Yuffie, they have the ability bars, and she's fill up so fast if you upgrade her well.
She's a ninja. Who is your favorite character? I know you're a huge Barrett fan from the last game, but who's your favorite in this one?
If you're just doing characters, then it's Sephiroth.
Oh, really?
But if you're doing play good guys characters, then it's like Barrett still.
Okay, all right. He's kind of a creepy figure, right? Like he's very mysterious. We don't know what really he's doing. He kind of seems a step ahead of all the heroes all the time. So this game is massive. There's so much to do. It's beautiful. The graphics are some of the best. The music is outstanding. I don't know that I could find really any flaw in this game. I think it is perfect. It's huge. There's a lot to do, which can be kind of overwhelming, but I think when you make such a big world and there's so much to do, that gives us, the player, the choice to kind of play it our way. You can go and do everything and spend 200 hours in the game, or you can do what we did and do a lot of the fun side quest stuff, but then just kind of like go for the story, right? I think this game is one of the best PlayStation 5 games there is.
It is the best.
The best. It pays
fine.
perfect tribute to the original game, and it's fantastic for new people who are discovering it for the first time. So that means we're giving Final Fantasy VII Rebirth 7 out of 5.
For 7.
For Final Fantasy VII.
Seven,
For
yeah.
Final Fantasy VII.
When Final Fantasy 16 comes again, we're gonna give it a 16 out of 50.
That doesn't make any sense. I'm Adam,
I'm Elliott.
and we'll see you guys next time. Bye.
Peace out. Subscribe.